In studio with us.
Threw a knife into the back of an armed woman. He led half of our people across the island and got most of them killed.
Well, Jack, you put a gun to my head and you pulled the trigger.
Terry O'Quinn, who plays John Locke, who played John Locke on Lost, and your brother Tom Quinn. You changed your name when you went into acting, right?
When I joined the union, yeah, the Actors Equity, yeah, which is the one for the theater. Because somebody had my name. You can't share them. There was someone named Terrence Quinn, which was my name.
Okay.
So I said, what about Terry Quinn? They said, no, that's too close. I said, Terry O'Quinn. What about Rocky Dollarville?
Rocky Dollarville.
Somebody told me that that's what, I have a friend who told me that that's how you figure out your porn name. You the name of your first dog,
right,
and the name of the road you lived on.
Uh-huh.
So I'm Rocky Dollarville. Remember, you don't remember Rocky? I don't think you were alive.
Yeah, I was Sparky Dollarville.
Sparky.
Yeah. Tom, did you watch Lost?
Absolutely, religiously I did, yes.
Every single episode?
Well, no. But I actually...
Which sort of sums up religiously, right?
Look at that. There's your brother right there.
Yeah.
That's how brothers are, right there.
It's tough, I mean, I'm a professor, and I do have homework to do and things like that. So very often I would miss an episode, and of course, as Lost aficionados know, if you miss an episode, you're in trouble. So if I missed one, then I would sometimes have to miss the next one because I didn't want to get screwed up, and so I could fall behind. But I'm caught up.
Okay, so you saw the finale, the final season, when your brother was Black Smoke.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of that storyline?
I didn't know quite what to think about it. In the season before the last season, I was actually playing that bad guy, but I didn't know it. I thought I was still John Locke, who just sort of like rose from the dead. Uh-huh. But it turns out I was the Black Smoke. I just wasn't aware. Nobody told me. So,
right.
And then in the 6th season, they told me that I was a Black Smoke, and then it was a lot harder. It was a lot more fun when I didn't know it.
See, I'm confused right now just talking about it. I watched every episode.
Well, that's what it turns out, right? Tom says if you miss an episode, you're going to be completely lost. But in fact, by the end of this, at the very end, after number 6, it turns out that you could have missed lots of episodes.
And Jill's theory is that the writers just got to a point where in the final season they just started making stuff up.
I don't think so. I mean,
okay.
I mean, they made stuff up at some point. They had to make it all up at some point. And I think when they after season 3, they wrote that contract that says we're going to do 3 more seasons, period, and we're going to end the show 48 more episodes. And then I think they said, well, the end of the bridge is coming, so we got to write it out.
We got to do something.
We got to start making stuff up. But I do believe they had so many balls in the air by the time that they got done with that show that they had no intention of even catching them. They were just going to let them all fall and go ta-da.
Yeah, I mean, it would be impossible. It would be impossible to wrap everything up.
Oh,
so
sure.
I
mean, the whole thing. What was Dharma? What were the polar bears? What
right.
Come on.
Yeah, where were the polar bears?
Polar bears.
I never saw them again. I was happy.
And how did Jin learn English so fast?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. He was somewhere in a time warp for 3 years.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, the time warp. I forgot
that
about
explains
that.
everything.
Yeah, he went back in the time. But you had the ability to, where people hated you and you're killing people, but you do the flashback scene and they like you. That was your character.
That was my character, and that was and that's what I loved about that character. I thought it was a real actor's part. When people ask me, "Are you afraid you're going to be, now people are going to think of you as John Locke?" I said, "That's not bad. I mean, because it was there was a good range to play, so I had a lot of fun doing that."
And I can't think of her name, Katie Bundy, your wife on the show, the flashbacks,
no.
Kate Segal.
Yes, Katie Segal. Yeah. I mean,
Segal.
How was that? Did you guys do any sex scenes? I'm trying to think.
We did some kissing.
Okay, yeah.
And that was pretty...
I think she is hot. I really like her.
So do I, actually.
Yeah, that was nice for you.
It was very nice for me. I had to do those things over and over. Everybody always says that, but yeah. I mean, then Katie's there every time. The Katie's are always ready. Gonna do some kissing. I was tired. I had to take a nap after that.
Have a sandwich and take a nap. We all do that, Terry. That's what guys do. Right.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. She was fun to work with.
And Saturday night, Tom, can you tell us quickly about this movie?
Well, the movie, as I said, it's a story of a father and a daughter, and the daughter struggles with substance abuse. He ultimately, after enabling her for years, casts her out onto the streets where she has to find her way back to him, and he has to find his way back to her. And I guess I would like to add that the mission of my organization, we founded Phenom Features, which is the company that is producing this organization, and we're co-producing with Fresh Bread Productions, which is both companies are nonprofit organizations, and we have a mission of education and service. The movie, because of its subject matter, has been endorsed and is being supported by the Salvation Army and Teen Challenge of Central Illinois and Chicago. We pledged 5% of any proceeds that the movie accrues to the Salvation Army and 5% to Teen Challenge. So, so this is not only, I think, a great event to come out to meet my brother Terry and to enjoy a really wonderful event, but also to support a really meaningful cause.
How do you compete with your brother here, man? He seems like the nicest guy. He's a professor, and
Well, I don't. You don't do that. You don't compete with your siblings. That's the road to hell.
Really? Is that how?
Yeah,
oh.
you know that. Right. You do when you're at home, but that's why you're
Right.
so far apart. We don't
Okay.
even talk anymore. I talk with Tommy, but I should mention too. By the way, I think I'm right when I say that the money that you spend buying these tickets or these things is tax deductible. Is that not so?
Is that right?
Because these are nonprofit organizations. So yes,
Absolutely,
that's
yes.
correct.
Well, if you want tickets, 312-988-9900, or you can walk up tomorrow night at the Park West. It starts at 8 o'clock. Terry O'Quinn, Tom Quinn. Guys, great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for being here, Pete.
And
Thank
Terry,
you.
are we going to see a Lost movie?
I doubt it. I don't
This
think
is
that,
it.
No. Our heads are so big they can't afford any of us anymore.
What's J.J. Abrams going to do next? Put you in Alias and Lost.
We have plans. That's all I can say.
They have to be building
That
a
we're-
series around you.
I feel like I need to be playing
Right?
the Lost music when he talks.
I
We
know
have
it.
plans.
We have things. We have plans.
I know it.
Something is coming.
Good.
Thanks, guys. It's 97.9.